who just can't stop himself from dreaming big. If there is one thing I have learned over the years through witnessing so many epics one after another, it's that this man makes sure his audience is witnessing a spectacle and nothing else. After RRR, everyone was expecting Rajamouli to now decide to start shooting for his magnum opus, Mahabharata. I mean, back-to-back blockbusters like Bahubali and RRR, which not only made him a household name in India, but also brought international recognition. This level of success was enough for him to push through for his dream project. But Rajamouli said no. Before Mahabharata, he had one more project to do that he had been planning for a while as well. And that was a collaboration with Mahesh Babu on an adventure thriller movie just like Indiana Jones. Little did we know, he had this in his mind. Okay, before it feels like I'm overpraising Mr. Rajamouli just from a motion poster, let's start breaking down every scene to its minute detail and find out every Easter egg or hypothetical plot point hidden between the lines. The first sequence shows us a visual of Varanasi during 512 CE. Now here CE stands for Common Era, and in this specific place we see some rishis and munis performing a yajna. Now why 512 CE? What was going on in Varanasi during that time period? According to history, around 512 CE, Varanasi stood at a turning point in early medieval India. The Gupta Empire was weakening and rulers like Narasimha Gupta Baladitya had influence in the region, though not with the same strength as their predecessors had. But what history doesn't mention, and what is now widely known as myth, is that around the same time, the influence of Lakulisha, considered as the incarnation of Lord Shiva and the founder of Pashupat tradition, was growing around Varanasi. Another myth suggests that the incarnation of Shiva defeated the demon Nikumba in this region while protecting sages during their rituals. Nikumba is also said the heir of Kumbhakarna. And this is where things get interesting. When the film was first being conceptualized, it was named SSMB 29, where Mahesh Babu was supposed to play a character who belongs to the same lineage as Lord Ram and who for decades has been protecting a valuable object, which may just be Sanjeevani or a valuable astra or any object. Prithviraj's character Kumbha was supposed to belong to the lineage of Kumbhakarna, and they both were supposed to tussle about the object that Mahesh Babu is supposed to protect. Although we definitely know Mahesh Babu is also going to be playing the character of Lord Ram in this movie. Now listen to this hypothetical theory. Maybe, just maybe, this version of Mahesh Babu in the present time may be the heir of Lakulisha, whose job is now to protect the same object or sadhus like Lakulisha did. The pendant or locket he is wearing all the time may be a familial heritage passed on from generation to generation, and he is supposed to stop the heir of Kumbhakarna or Nikumba, who is going to be Kumbha, played by Prithviraj. Maybe, just maybe. Now in the second sequence, we are at 2027 CE, the present timeline in this film, where we see asteroid Shambhavi falling to Earth. Now asteroid Shambhavi is not just another name. In Sanskrit, Shambhavi actually means belonging to Shambhu, means Shiva. This could be just a plain reference to Lord Shiva, or it could actually point to the fact that a part of Lord Shiva may just drop on Earth, which will later be searched for and could be potential thing that Kumbha is searching for. But I think that would be a little too far-fetched, given that there is definitely going to be time travel in this movie. It literally says time trotter. So if Kumbha manages to get his hands on the object that he is looking for in his own timeline, then why will there be any time travel? Do I raise a good point? Straight after that, we see the Ross Ice Shelf in Antarctica, where a few men are trying to reach its top, some failing to do so and others waiting in the raft nearby. The camera immediately dips into the water, revealing the massive iceberg under the ice shelf, which holds a ship that looks like a large wooden sailing vessel from the 15,000 to 17,000 period. Now why and how is this ship stuck in here? And when we look closely, the way this ship is wrecked, it doesn't feel like it is hit by an iceberg or anything like that. It feels more like it got attacked by something. Maybe a huge creature with big dirty nails that racked it into three halves, or maybe an energy beam that just blasted through the ship, like the one we saw in the later half of the video, where you see a beam coming out of the water, creating a tsunami-like scenario. We also see a ship-like structure, which is actually pretty similar to the ship we see here. Is this shot actually from the past, where an underwater incident launched this beam to the sky, destroying this ship in the process? Or maybe something was on this ship itself, an astra maybe, that got activated and launched to the sky, destroying the ship in the process. Maybe, who knows. But then, how did it end up under the ice shelf? Or is it just a shot of two things in the same location but in different timelines or a parallel universe? Okay, I'm getting a little too carried away with this now. The third sequence shows Mahesh Babu landing in Africa's Amboseli wilderness and later on saving a monkey in the night from the jaws of hippos. Now, I saw a theory on Reddit saying this movie might focus on the huge mountain bodies around the world. Mountains like Kilimanjaro and the Ross Ice Shelf are going to be a big part of it because the huge mountain bodies may act as a portal to different timelines. The theory is that this movie may not showcase time in a linear way, but rather it may use the concept of portals or elements that are hidden in different points of art that are later used to create the portal. And then the portal is used as a gateway between different alternate timelines. This also means we could possibly see the present timeline and the timeline of Ramayana played out at the same time. Now that is an interesting concept. The fourth sequence. Now this one actually got me a lot more curious than the previous one. First of all, this is Ma Chhinnamasta, an avatar of Ma Kali that we rarely see. Although she is widely known in Tantra rituals and has a vast following in Bengal folklore, this avatar of Ma Kali is seldom shown in movies and for obvious reasons. Now coming to the sequence, the person falling here in a red saree is most probably Priyanka Chopra, and this other guy hanging in is most probably Mahesh Babu himself. We also see an individual actually doing a yajna at the bottom of the statue from where the green flame is coming, and we also see some henchmen of Kumbha scattered around here and there. But the one thing that is different in this shot compared to other sequences is that this particular sequence has no timestamp connected to it. But we can guess from the presence of the henchman with gun and also maybe Kumbha in here somewhere that this is in the present timeline 2027. Also, the scale of the sheer statue and the cave itself and the choice of showing Ma Chhinnamasta instead of Kali is also an indication that whatever ritual is being performed here holds a very high significance in the whole plot. Sequence number 5 is where the goosebumps finally hit. I mean, the same thing was attempted a few years ago by another director, also with a huge budget. But what did he deliver? And how does this guy understand this assignment so well that just from a motion poster, we are hyped as hell? I mean, look at the scaling difference of Hanuman and the other Vanar Sena and how they have formed a human ladder for Lord Sri Ram to hit this giant creature who is presumably Kumbhakarna. But that's the point, right? Ramayana as a sacred text not only provides us with wisdom but opens our imagination and forces us to think the unthinkable. And I love that Rajamouli is cooking so far. Okay, too much praising. Coming to the details. Now, everyone by now has noticed the chariot and the wheelchair behind the chariot, which is being ridden on the tail of Lord Hanuman. Now the question here arises, why? Why will Mahesh Babu himself lead Kumbha into something that he knows will wreak havoc on Earth? This is a good question, but we just need to understand Rajamouli's story structure here for a while. Every movie, there comes a time where the villain overpowers the hero by a good margin. This is where the hero is at his lowest point and has visibly no point of comeback. In Iga, it was when Samantha was captured by Ichhasudip. In Magadhira, the whole fight sequence under the statue of Bhairava. In Bahubali, it was when Katappa was forced to kill Bahubali, or when Devsena was once again captured by Bhallal Deva. Similarly, something tells me in this movie as well, there will come a sequence where we will see Mahesh Babu at his lowest, where he has no visible way of comeback and now he has to compromise and maybe lead Kumbha to the very thing he was trying to protect. Now, why do they land up in 7200 BCE? Is it the portal theory or a time travel device? Which is it? And also the fact that the astra that Lord Sri Ram conjures to attack Kumbhakarna has the same color beam as the one coming from the water. Why there are so many dots that are connecting but still no clear picture ahead? Then we come to sequence number 6, the only portion of the motion poster where presumably real life footage was used. Although not gonna lie, seeing the particle effects behind Mahesh Babu and how well polished and on stand the expression of Mahesh Babu was holding, it did feel like AI. The makers clarified that this whole video was mostly CGI and no AI was used in it. And again, the symbolism with Lord Shiva is unparalleled. We have Mahesh Babu with his locket, holding a trishul, riding a bull that looks like Nandi Maharaj. Come on, it's pretty obvious. And that's how the motion poster ends. Took me time, but finally managed to reach the end. What I feel from all this hypothetical plotline and theories that some things are pretty straightforward. Kumbh is after something that is going to save him and make him powerful, and that is either before or after asteroid Shambhavi hits. Mahesh Babu is going to be the main protagonist protecting the item. The concept of multiple universe or multiple timeline could be shown at the same time. Whatever Kumbh is searching for is highly connected to the Yuga of Ramayana and specifically the War of Ramayana. All the historical landmarks could be the location of portals or maybe the potential places where specific elements are hidden that are required to open the portal. Priyanka Chopra might play the archaeologist who will help Mahesh Babu tap into his full potential. So these are the predictions about the plotline of the movie. I know it sounds bonkers and half of it doesn't even make sense. But that's the fun of it, right? We see a motion poster of one of our favorite directors' new movie and get on to break it down into minute details just to spiral down the rabbit hole of conspiracy theories, making 3 movies out of that one motion poster through our sheer imagination. But hey, if you get to see 3 movies for the ticket of 1, who's gonna complain? So that's it for this video. Pardon me if I have made any mistake or missed out on any particular detail. If you have your own theory regarding this motion poster, please let me know and comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe to Amlan Rexo.